Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at Shadow Ampharos in the Ultra Premier Classic Cup, and this thing nowadays has way more play than it had before. I played with two different movesets here as well during this video. I start off with a Focus Blast and then I'm going to go for the Zap Cannon. Both of them are totally fine. I just wanted to try both out and I found literally no difference because I basically never used the move. You can also basically just use a single move to a Thunder Punch, you should be fine. There are not a lot of ground types that you really need to hit with the Focus Blast or currently in the meta. They're like actually next to no ground types because ground types lose to Walrein plus the Trevenant anyway, so they're kinda gone, which makes it way better for the Ampharos to get in there, especially because they destroy the Walrein anyway. You're gonna be way better off with that thing now. You see a lot of times also my opponents using Ampharos right now. Ampharos seems to be like one of the best new Pokemon that you can use. So we're gonna try it out here real quick. We can go for some Thunder Punches and we're gonna be able to win this game here as well. I went on like a 7-8 win streak or something with this team as well, which was pretty nice. And I had a lot of fun with this. I climbed up to like 3150 MMR or whatever. I know like today I just tanked down to like 2700 or something again. Like I just forfeit every match. I didn't really have the time or like the motivation to play, which is also fine. Not everybody has to play every day. That's something that some people just, I don't know. You're not forced to play your sets. Like if you don't have the time or not the motivation to play, just don't play it and play whenever you are free and enjoy the game rather than force you to play all your games every day. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it mainly maybe in the beginning where I actually have to care about stuff. But even I think this season I tanked already in the second week and went like for a 0.25 run at one point just because I was too high. No, I wasn't really like didn't have the motivation to play anyway. So no one forces you. Play the tempo that you want to do, and even if you don't hit legend at the end, it's totally fine. It's just a game. And yeah, we have here the wall running at the Ampharos again. I also kind of wanted to talk a little bit slowly. Again, I forgot about this. Shouldn't start talking that fast again. But yeah, Ampharos is so spammy. The cool thing about this thing as well is you need 3 Volt Switches for 1 Thunder Punch, but if you want to get to the second Thunder Punch, you only need 2 Volt Switches. So you get it way faster and it makes it way more spammy, and I really like that you have like in the second move this waiting time there. Here my opponent goes for Sludge Bomb, good play there, but like yeah, you have the Blaziken anyway in the back, and this is very good that he threw his energy, so my Gliscor has way more play here anyway. Now it depends on what he has in the back. I was guessing here that he won't go for the Brave Bird right away, and I was correct there. He just goes for double Blaze Kick, which does make sense. And we can farm him down. And he goes into a Charizard where I should have swapped out already at this point. I just went for the damage, which maybe was okay, but I can just farm him down here. Maybe that was actually smart. He also had Dragon Claw bait. I can go for one move. I know that the Gengar most likely has next to no energy. And we're gonna be able to go for 2 Thunder Punches. And if he hit like 2 Volt Switches here, we would be fine, but he surrenders anyway. So good game to my opponent. And yeah, there's not a lot of things which you don't really want to see with the Ampharos. Like the Ampharos need not get hard countered by anything. I think Swampert is like right now the only thing that's a little bit more common, which hard counters the Ampharos. Like even if you have like, I don't know, something like a Trevenant, which seems to be a hard counter. If you run the Zap Cannon, that's why I also like heard from my chat that I should use Zap Cannon. You actually have a chance to win this matchup sometimes if you have like a good shield scenario. So I actually think like Zap Cannon might be a little bit better right now because there's not a lot of things that you can focus past. Maybe a Magnezone like here, but your team already in this case is very good against Magnezone. I in general enjoyed this team a lot. This team seemed very bulky and very like well-rounded. Didn't really have anything where I was like, okay, this might be a problem for this team. And yeah, we also have like 2 answers for Trevenant anyway on this team, so even if the Ampharos cannot hit it pretty well, we still have a Snorlax, which is complete answer there, which you can just farm down. And you also have the Gliscor, which has super effective trick and shot moves. Still has to be a little bit careful about the Shadow Ball, but it's totally fine. We have a Muk coming in here. He goes for Dark Pulse. I'm just gonna bait him first, and then go for the Earthquake. Sadly, he caught the bait where I was like, okay, why the hell would he ever do this? But now we can go for the Earthquake, and of course he shields. I don't know. That's like the thing with streaming in general. You're always not gonna know if the opponent watches you right now. Like, I'm not gonna say that the opponent did this here, but it's always like kind of iffy when people call baits, so like very, very interesting baits. Like here, where he would just completely be dead if I just went straight for Earthquake, and he had no reason not to shield if he had 2 shields. Yeah, it's always kind of interesting how people, when people do that when you're streaming. But yeah, I'm not gonna say that anybody was sniping me or anything like this. It's just something that is the case that you can expect when you're streaming. Like not everybody gonna play with the same, standing there. And we not gonna get to the next move. But if we are basically in the range where you can farm down with 3 wall switches, which we're gonna be able to go for a Thunder Punch now. Against this Crobat, we're gonna be able to KO him, and we're gonna win this game. Good game to my opponent. Next up, we're gonna have Gliscor against Walrein, something that you definitely don't want to face. So we're gonna go into our Snorlax, and we get hard countered here like crazy. Yeah, we have the Ascav against us in the back. Nothing that you really want to see. But we can go for double superpower most likely, which might get us the shield from the opponent already, which would be good. And at this point, I think I can just farm down with my Gliscor anyway. I'm not gonna shield here because every move other than Aerial Ace is resisted from this thing. He got some Mega Horn, still does a lot of damage, but because we are like shadowed this so much. But like the Duron here is double resisted, and we can just farm all the way down. We can go into our Electric type now, depends what he has in the back. He's staying in here, and I wish I went for the move earlier. Because like this, our switch clocks are not well aligned, and I don't think we can win this game anymore. So also if I had the Zapkin here, I would have maybe in a better spot because I could have like lowered his attack and would have like nuked him a little bit. But at this point there's nothing I can do anymore because the opponent has so much energy already. I had to store 2 moves and had to hope that my opponent shields or something soon. But yeah, he has to shield here, but he doesn't. So yeah, we're gonna lose this game sadly. Good game to my opponent, well played. I had 2 Thunder Punches stored here, which would definitely be enough to KO him, but of course he gets to the next move in time. And yeah, good game. Well played by my opponent. Actually, like really, really well played. In general, like all the teams that I face are also teams that you can use, as I'm like in the close to leaderboard range right now with this team. Of course, now I dropped because I didn't really want to play. I'm also gonna drop most likely a lot at the end of this week because I don't really need to play my games. Maybe I stream a little bit on Twitch again. I'm currently a little bit more active on Twitch again, so like check me out if you haven't there. But I have to see. I don't always have the motivation to play this as well. Currently really hyped about the new Pokemon game which came out. I really enjoy playing this. I still have to do other work. I still have to do YouTube. This all takes a lot of time, so I don't know if I always want to go straight with all the games that I play. This match was crazy actually. This match was one of my favorite matches which I played. It seems so straightforward, like we kind of hard counter or the opponent or anything like this, but it was actually way tougher than you might expect. Because the thing here is, of course, yeah, he had like a bad lead for me, like a good lead for me, and like Trevenant in the back, which is also decent for me. But what I kind of had to do here is get this Trevenant into range where the Ampharos can do something, because like yeah, like and both of my counters for it were already pretty low. This thing has a lot of energy. I really had to time everything correctly, and you're gonna see it's gonna come down to the wire anyway. Gonna shield here. I'm just gonna farm all the way down. And now I actually could have Zapkined him here. It was actually a misplay that I went for the Thunder Punch. But, oh no, never mind, he has 2 shields, so never mind. I did all things correctly here. I just went for the Thunder Punch now, and we just barely win. This dude, this is the thing that I actually really wanted to try out. If you have an Electrovire right now, Electrovire looks so good. You have Electrovire with the Ice Punch and the Wall Charge. Wall Charge gonna KO every Walrein that you're gonna see, and Ice Punch is good against all those ground types which would be usually your hard counter, but also very good against something like a Trevenant, which yeah, is basically also a core breaker, and in my opinion one of the best Pokemon that you can play right now. It's actually the Electrovire in Ultra League, which I haven't built yet, and I'm not gonna build for this season anymore. But if the meta stays like right now, I might actually consider building one because it actually looks really good. Here we get 1 shield from my opponent, and he has the Electrovire in the back there. and it KOs us, and we can go for Thunder Punches here, but this doesn't matter really. He can just like go for one Shadow Ball and I'm dead there. Yeah, and he gets to it right now. Good game there. Well played by my opponent, but also Electro Warrior is just a beast. Cannot do anything against that anyway. Another Ampharos. Ampharos is strong, and we see the Trevenant Side Swap. And here I just gonna try to get some damage on him. I got the damage on him. I swap out, and I can get all the farm with my Snorlax, and he cannot do anything other than 2 Seed Bombs, which put us around half health. And yeah, we farm down, and we can align our Pokemon correctly. We have the Ampharos now against the Snorlax. We can go for 2 Body Slams easily, and he still has to throw against us, so we're in a really decent spot. And even a Thunder Punch would be close even. I don't know if that even works. Goes out Thunder Punch, and he swaps out into the Walrein, which I take because now I can perfectly align my Pokemon. I can have my Ampharos in the back now against this Walrein. It's also why like Walrein leads are pretty easily done with this team. You have like the Snorlax that has superpower, which can get you maybe some shields, or like is in general very good against everything that wants to swap in. And you have like the Ampharos in the back that just hard walls that thing. Very nice swap by my opponent here, and I undercharge a little bit too less, and I'm gonna catch the move there. Like a little bit too much, I mean. I kind of wanted to get more farm on him, but it's still fine. We can get to a Night Slash and we're going to be able to win this game. Good game to my opponent. Next up we have the hardest counter for this team, which is a Swampert lead. And we tried to catch the move, which kind of worked out. Swampert is actually still manageable with this team, especially if he stays in this matchup. I should be able to get him pretty low, and I still have my Pokemon on the back. So we're just gonna no-shield this. I know that I'm gonna survive this, and I'm also gonna no-shield this one, because I can align my Gliscor again. And the sad thing is, I kinda now thought I can go for a 3 and then a throw, but he actually had more energy than I thought. So we have to shield here as well, but it doesn't really matter anyway, because this move actually doesn't KO him yet, and we can get some more farm. And he has a Walrein in the back. What does he have after that? It's gonna be Charizard, so it's very weak against my Ampharos, and we had a lot of lag there. That was like a crazy game that we had like so much lag. But yeah, we undercharged here, so we get some more energy from him. We can go for another Thunder Punch here, and we need just one more to KO this thing, I think. Maybe it doesn't KO immediately, you have to see. Icicle Spear comes through, we can go for the Thunder Punch. How much does it do? It's actually a bad move, but yeah, okay. It's gonna come down to the wire again. But I think I have some energy here. Yeah, I have already Night Slash stored, we can go for that. And this is gonna KO the Walrein. Good game there, and we get the boost when it doesn't matter at all. Thanks, game. Trevenant lead, something that I like to see with this team. I can just go for my Night Slash. And if this hits, or like I get him low enough, I can also just try to swap into my Snorlax, which didn't work out here, but it's fine, I still have my counter on the lead. But this is actually kinda annoying, because now I have the Walrein against the Snorlax and not really against the Ampharos, which I don't really like too much. But it is fine, we can go for one Body Slam, we can go for some superpowers afterwards. And we can survive still 2 Icicle Spears from this range. I shouldn't have went for the move at this point, because now 1 Icicle Spear gonna be enough. But my opponent is already 2 shields down. And 2 shields down, Ampharos gonna go to town, as we're gonna catch this move here. Thought it would be a Seed Bomb, it was a Shadow Ball. And we're still gonna be able to get there with a 1 HP and Dream with a Gliscor. And now it's only Ampharos against whatever he has in the back. 2 shield Ampharos against the Scissor. And of course, if we have the Zap Cannon, we have to go for the boom. And by Scissor, this gonna completely annihilate him. The damage of a Zap Cannon is so crazy, like it's gonna destroy so many Pokemon. Even if it's resisted, it's gonna do so much damage, like it's insane. Step Zap Cannon from a Shadow Ampharos is just too good. And we can go for another move here with a Thunder Punch, and we're gonna be able to win this game. Good game to my opponent. Into the last game, we're gonna have a Walrein against us and a Nidoqueen. The people who have a Nidoqueen in this league it's just insane. You have to have a fully maxed out level 40 or Nidoqueen, while you need for normal Ultra League a level 50 Nidoqueen. Yeah, I don't know, like it's not something I'm gonna invest in at all. You're never gonna see me use Nidoqueen in this cup. It's just not really worth it in my opinion. Yeah, I think I actually have a Hundo which I could use, but like, no, please no. And we have the hardest count here in the back with Swampert, so this doesn't look too good. Yay, and this does like next to no damage. One should KO me. and yeah, I think that's gonna be a loss, but it's fine. Still, Ampharos got me to like next to the, like close to the leaderboard range. I'm like 3,150 after these battles with the Ampharos, and I'm totally okay with this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have an Ampharos in the bag, like in general, like if you have already one build, no matter Shadow or not, maybe give this team a try, or in general give it a try again, as it's a very good Pokemon right now and a little bit underrated. Like a lot of higher tier player play it, but not a lot of people in the lower tier, so give it a try and see you next time.